This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Alibaba. This will be an updated video since the last time I looked at this company was back on July 27th. Before we begin, please take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. Also, thank you to those who already subscribed and like my videos. It means a lot. Just a reminder that this video is for entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute any financial advice. We will start out the technical analysis by going over what I see in the daily chart and potential price targets. Then we will wrap it up by looking at the long-term pattern on the weekly chart. Alibaba is pretty much one of my favorite companies to look at because it looks like it's pretty much Amazon back in its early days. I mean, Alibaba is already pretty big with a market cap of $500 billion, but it just, it's easier for me to just jump in Alibaba than, Amazon, which is pretty much already climaxed. So Alibaba still has a lot of growth potential. However, we're in this downtrend. I'm going to put a vertical line of where I left off from my analysis last time, which is right here on July 27th. And after that, I watched the video and pretty much my analysis came to fruition where we had that pullback up, but then we continue lower because, like I said earlier, in my prior analysis, that this is the measured move the price is trying to reach. And price definitely tries to reach these measured moves like really hard. Like they try to go all in, try to reach these targets. And this target is like the 167 level. And we're pretty much almost there. And after we hit that target, that doesn't mean we're going to bounce and continue back up to the highs. What can happen is we can see like a little correction like sideways like this. Or we can see another two-legged pullback probably over here. I don't see it going up too far because we're still in this downtrend that hasn't played out yet. And here's the trend line right here. This is the resistance side and this is the support side, as you can see here. So we're pretty much right back at the support side of the channel. That's why we got that bounce back here, and we went up just halfway, but we price was too strong and we sold off. So over here, we might not get the bounce because we could see that two-legged channel. I mean, a two-tier channel, excuse me, or we could just fall even lower to about the 139 level. But first, we're probably gonna reach this target and then see a correction or a pullback outside of this channel and then continue lower. So if these aren't the lows of the channel right here, we could go even lower than this measured move that I had. So Alibaba is a pretty good company, looks like the earnings, they pretty much meet it or exceed it, and they're not really losing money, and they're pretty well known, and e-commerce is the future, right? And if it's in China, and which China will probably be the world's superpower in the next decade or two, right? So you want to probably have Alibaba in your portfolio, right? However, the thing is, it's continuing down, right? No matter what you think, you can't fight the people who have a lot of money. They could just keep on dumping more and more money into this, shorting it and stopping everyone out, right? You got to go with the big dogs who have the most money. And I'm going to read you guys a quote by Anthony DeMello. He's my mentor's mentor, right? And my mentor told me, when your illusions clash with your reality, when your falsehoods clash with truth, then you have suffering. So that's a quote by Anthony DeMello. And that means that what you think will happen, and if it doesn't happen, if you truly believe it, you're just going to suffer if you don't change your bias and get with the program pretty much. Like, hey, reality says this thing is going down no matter how good earnings are regardless, because they don't really care about that. They just care about the technicals. So it's the same thing with like GameStop or AMC. Like, hey, I was thinking, hey, why does this keep on going up? The company's not making any more money than it did before, right? Why does it keep on going up? It's because you're losing classes with your reality. You think it's gonna go back down, but it just keeps on going higher and higher. So you don't want to just short it just because you feel like it, right? You just gotta trust the technicals, and that's what I'm doing right here. I'm trusting the technicals. The technicals are telling me, hey, it's gonna continue lower, and I don't really care what the fundamentals are telling me because it's just gonna continue lower and lower until it changes otherwise. So I'm going to put a horizontal line where the measured move is, which is right around here, this 167 level, 166 level. So once prices reaches this level, we could see a huge bounce up and probably will lead to a break outside of the channel, and then we'll probably retest this measured move again. However, if we just shoot right through it, I could see it reaching this other side of the channel, which is 138 level. However, we just got to go day by day and see what happens, right? But most likely we're probably going to reach this 167 target, and then we will see what happens. The bias is down. We're making lower lows and lower highs. So we're doing this right now. We're making lower lows. The lows are lower than the previous one, and the highs are lower than the previous one. So that's not a good sign, right? We're in a downtrend. That's why this channel comes in, and it just traps the price action in between it. So we're making low lows, lower highs. The EMA is acting as resistance. EMA is pointing down. We haven't met the measured move yet. So there's a lot of things telling me that we're continuing lower. We're probably going to hit this target. And once we hit this target, we just have to wait and see if we're going to get a big bounce up outside this channel, maybe back to the 200s. Or we're just going to shoot right through it back and continue even lower to the 140s. So we just have to wait and see. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the weekly chart. So here's the weekly chart for Alibaba, and I'm going to go ahead and put a channel where I see fit, which is right around here. This pretty much is a perfect fitting channel. We had a little breakout here, which led to a little breakout here, and then we started to find support back inside the channel, and then we had this huge push out higher. So when we had that huge push out higher outside of the channel, that could lead to a break on the other side because the market is symmetrical. However, once we get a break outside the channel, that means we'll probably retest the high or even make a new high. However, that doesn't really happen if we have a push outside. See, if we were inside of the channel like this, excuse me, let me grab the channel, not draw another line. If we were inside the channel and we had a break outside, we will probably retest the high or even make a new one. However, since it was a overshoot of the channel, we probably won't get that retest of the high. And also, this isn't a really good sign right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this range that I believe Alibaba was in previously. It looks like it was inside of this range right here. So we fell back inside of the range. So that's not really a good sign. It'll be hard for the buyers to push it back up now. We could probably find resistance at the 205 level and continue lower. Or we could just continue lower right to that 130 level I showed earlier on the daily chart, because this is the range highs and these are the range lows. We find support at this 130 level and we find resistance at this $200 level. So it's not a really good sign for Alibaba. It's just going to continue lower and lower until it finds a bottom. It's just too early to tell right now. However, I'm pretty excited because I don't really have any shares in this company, so I might pick it up. Or, you know, people who would like to add to their position, you know, now would be a good time at that 167 target or even at this 130 target, because I don't see it going any lower than that. But anything can happen, right? You just have to go day by day. But yeah, that's pretty much all I see for Alibaba. Just still continuing it down in its trend, trying to meet that measured move. Once it meets that measured move, we could see a bounce up, a really big one, probably back to the $200 level or even the 210 level. But then that doesn't mean right away we're going to continue all the way back up to the highs. That could just mean it's just a temporary bounce where we will continue lower to test that 167 level again, or even lower to the 130 level. So if we don't find support at the 167 level, then we'll probably continue to 130 level. So that's my analysis for Alibaba. Thank you very much. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel, since you might be surprised on what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also, share the video with a bunch of friends to learn more about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel, since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.